entire learning is a very important topic. So we read Tattva Viveka Atma Satyam Tatanyat Sarvam Nityeti. So here Viveka means a discriminative, clear understanding, capacity to discriminate, to separate, clearly understand what the difference between two things is. And what are the two things? One is called Atma, another one is other than Atma. The Atma status or reality is told by the word Satyam. Anything if at all accepting today something other than Atma, there are two stages. At present we seem to say there is something other than Atma. And if at all they have got a status of being Mithya. This clear understanding to cognize, to recognize and differentiate in a given intellect of a person is called Viveka or Tattva. And if you find this Atma and anything other than Atma, they have got a special reality. And this capacity to understand that reality of them is called Tattva Vivekam. So at present you don't have. As you learn, your buddhi should enjoy this capacity. In the world also, we do this only all the time. When you are introduced to a person, first time you don't know the person. So the person is introduced. This is Mr. So-and-so. Your eyes and all see the form of the person. And when introduced, the name registered, next time even in a group of people, you see the person, amongst all of them you recognize, this is so-and-so. How do you get the capacity? Because you are told certain features of the person, certain things, later on, anywhere you see, you know this is so-and-so. You don't mistake the person. So how even amongst many, one we are able to distinguish and leave all other time, we don't make a mistake. Any field, anywhere you go, this is what we all keep on doing in life. Here only a different field we are coming to. This is what we do in science, we do day to day our life. Everywhere the two things are there, you have got a capacity to say this is not this. Two things. How did you know? Not as born we know, but as we live a life, we are taught, we are given the information, knowledge. Later on we find our buddhi enjoys this capacity. So in and through the life, this is what we are all doing. In the gross world, everything we are doing. Now we are coming to a special area. In that area, at present our buddhi doesn't have, so this condition must come. So the process that we are going to do ultimately will give you this capacity by which you will have a special vision to look at. About what? Basically about yourself. So this is where the whole topic is about you. That's why we say what is Atma, Satyam and Mithya we said last time. Satyam means that which has got the absolute reality. This is the meaning we gave for Satyam. Satyam is that which has got absolute reality. Means what? It doesn't undergo change. It is free from limitations. It is free from any sort of destruction. All of them are said as Satyam, which is equivalent to, similar to what we have seen earlier, Nityam. I told all these things. Just summing up, I'll proceed further. And Mithya is that which is perishable, which is changing, which is limited, which is impermanent, and that is equivalent to Anityam. Only what has happened now? Earlier we had Nityam, Anityam. There were two new terminologies, Satyam. Why this happens? Not you come to that. But the order of reality of these two are one and the same. Now first we will see why Shastra has got a word called Atma. If Brahma is Nityam, here also you put Brahma Satyam. Why do you want to bring Atma, a new word? Because if Satyam and Nityam are one and the same, then Brahma and this would be one and the same. Why do you want to bring another word here? What do you get? Why do you want to confuse people? You could have put Brahma Satyam. Wouldn't it have? So less easy for learning. That's what we get. One may ask it. That is why whenever we use the word Brahma, please now listen carefully. Whenever we use the word Brahma, it is given to the reality absolute. And that reality is referred from the standpoint of total. The total world, if you take the reality of total, it is referred as Brahma. This is called absolute reality of entire creation, if you want to say, it is called. And the same reality, the truth, when it is viewed from an individual, the same thing is referred by the word Atma. I hope you are getting it. So reality, when it is viewed, talked from the standpoint of total, absolute, equivalent in Sanskrit is called Samasti. Then the truth is referred by the word Brahma. Brahma. And that Brahma is referred as Nityam. But when it comes to the individual, anything individual, and here especially, we are taken. Each one is taken for that discussion, and with the reference to all of us, the same truth, when it is referred, it is called as Atma. So the Atma alone is Satyam, means similar to Nityam. There from the world standpoint, Brahma is what? Limitless, imperishable, changeless. All these things is of. Similarly, with reference to ourselves, what is the reality? Changeless, Atma. Imperishable is who? Atma. Limitless who? Atma. That means, that is why the reality of both are one and the same. Though they are one and the same, we are using two different terminology because the point of reference is different. There the point of reference is total. Here the point of reference is individual. So individual means what? Vyashti. Individual means Vyashti. Sanskrit. From there only generally you say Vyakti. The Vyashti itself is called as a Vyakti. Sometimes you see Vyakti. An individual is called as a Vyakti. And when you have got an individuality, it is called Vyaktitva. Individuality is called Vyaktitva. So now, why Shastra refers this thing? So we will see a parallel from the word, so you will understand world. I'll bring an example to just tell you how the difference is used. Now let us say, if you have got lot of rubbish or lot of heaps of something which you don't want, what you will do? You will set it on fire. You light a matchstick and put it on. And when it starts burning, what do you call it? Fire. 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 What is there? Because it is a heat, lot of things burning, or anywhere something has caught fire, and it is burning. So much flame comes, you say fire, 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 fire. Now in your house, in the puja room or anywhere, either you light a candle or a small lamp. There what do you call it? Flame. In Marathi or in Hindi and all will say Jyoti. Now tell me, you say Agni, you say. Now you are using two different words. Because you call this flame, or you call it as fire, another place you call as spark. There are different words we say. But in reality, all the three are one. You call it fire also, it is fire. You call it flame also, it is fire. You call it spark also, it is fire. Because all the three will do what? The same job of burning. If your body comes in contact with fire, of course, they will be burning. If you contact with the flame, burning. A spark also comes burning. If a spark falls in a sack of hay, what will happen after some time? It will become fire. Even that will contact fire. A flame also comes fire. Everything becomes. Then why do you refer? That is why the volume. Because the volume is different, you call it differently by the name flame or a spark. But in reality, it is very important. Our point of reference is the reality. That means Tattva. That reality, whenever we want to see, we see the reality is one and the same. Though volume-wise, by other perception-wise, they seem to be totally different. Another example you can say, you call it a drop, a water drop. Another one you call ocean, river. Because you call it drop, you call it river, ocean. But they are, all the three are in reality what? Water. If you take an example of all of them, put in laboratory, they will say it is H2O. That's why you call it water, you call it pani, You call it aqua, you call it hydro, varieties you call. But all of them are what? Because we change good, does the truth undergo change? This is what is called Tattva. But in ordinary Vyavahara, our transaction and commercial outlook, we seem to see only by the volume. We dismiss the reality. This is the difference between the normal life and this understanding. In the normal life, you are more with volume, quantity, quality, so many things. And we, in the process, what we do? We miss what? We are not interested in perfume. Is it or not? That's why it matters. Sota, itna diya, jati, nahi diya. All these problems. That's why children, you give small one, they don't want, they want big one. And we also sometimes want big or more. So this is how many times our life is full of problems because we refer anything from the standpoint of quantity, more quantity. And many times we don't worry about quality. We don't worry about quality. So if you want to make a child particularly satisfied, even the same quantity, you make it in a big form and give, child is happy. Because child wants only size, he doesn't see about that. What is, how it is made. This is how you must clearly understand. That's why instead of giving a child a big one, you make that into small pieces and give plenty, child is happy, both to be done. But you give one thing, understand itself. This is what children are. So like that, our mind is also like, we want also plenty. That's a big and small and this and that, varieties count for us. And because of it only we are all. Why? Our drishti is not, our vision is not in the quality or the reality. We are more with the quantum. Understand it? That is why if you know 500 rupee note is plenty, but if you know Eki diya, you can cut Eki note diya. So for you guys, what they should do? They have to give you 500 notes. Then you think plenty has come. 500 notes or one note, those are one and the same in reality. But if you go by quantity, 500 is only one. This is plenty. So the Tattva is very important. So when we view from Tattvam, the same reality viewed from the individual standpoint is referred as Atma. And from the total standpoint is referred as Dharma. Hence, both are one and the same. What is the meaning of Atma? I'll give you English. Just note down. The Atma means popularly referred by the word self. Atma is what is called as self. In Hindi you say my. English you say I. My home. That my is Atma. In English I or Atma. In Marathi he. These are the three words we have got here. I don't think we will go to fourth one. Not necessary. Understand it, sir. So all the three is referred. The truth of all the three is who? Atma. But each individual is Atma. But all of us put together, the Atma in all of us put together is called Viveka. That is why 20 lamps are there. All of them are what? Flame. But collect all the wicks together and make it into a flame, it will become what? Fire. But who became fire? All the flames together became fire. And who has become the flame? The total fire has become the flame. So because they have become flame, has the fire lost the status of being fire? Even when you call it as flame, still it is what? But why do you call it flame? From a standpoint. Similarly, from a standpoint, the truth is referred as Atma. But though we call it Atma, don't think it is not Brahma. Even though the name is Atma, in reality what it is? Brahma. That is why the popular sentence, some of you may know, that it is referred as Aham Brahma Asmi. But all you have heard. People who understand that way they say. So you must know. That is why in Shastra, it's all coming later, I will tell you. If at all anybody has got that already heard, what is indicated by Aham Brahma Asmi is I, the Atma, and the Brahma are one and the same. Means what? From the body standpoint referred, I will say small. Like the spark looks small, this flame looks small. But though it looks in appearance small, in reality who am I? I am not small. I am free from small. From what standpoint? Volume-wise, I look so small. But reality-wise, I am not at all small. Like even one crystal of sugar or any 10 crystal of sugar, both are what? Sweet. That's all. It's all sweet. Everything is sweet. So that is everywhere. What is the common thing? Sweet, 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 sweet. But if you see volume-wise, that is more, it is less, you can say. But if you are in volume, you can always say this is small and big. But if you are interested in the reality too, always. That's why science, whenever it wants to find out the reality, it doesn't take quantity. That's why your body has got a lot of blood. If science wants to know anything about your blood, do they take 2 bottles of blood? They take only 1 drop, in and 1 drop. And 1 drop they see, and everything is all good. So how even science takes only a small portion to analyze and understand the reality, our Shastra also using the same method. He doesn't want to go to the whole world to see the truth and reality. By taking a sample of one small thing, we can arrive at the reality of everything. And another thing why Shastra is choosing you, next will come, you are interested more about your problem or some other problem. Which problem do you want to remove first? You have got a choice to remove your problem and other problem. I am not worried about my problem. I am worried in removing all problems. Generally, what we say, charity begins at home. So first, whose problem should be removed? My problem. As long as I have got problem, can I go and solve others' problem? They'll say somebody should solve my problem. When I have a problem, how do you expect them to solve others' problem? If my problems are over, then I can solve somebody else's problem. Having lot of problem for myself, how do you expect me to solve others' problem? So that condition being there, the Shastra is more important to solve your problem because that is our goal. Our goal in life is, first and foremost, I want to be free from all problems. And what is the world comprising of? Tell me. World comprising of people. People means every individual. So how do you remove the problem of the people? Can you totally remove the problem of everybody? One by one only. That's why in the hospital, there are 20 patients. Doctors have to treat how? Totally, everybody. Individually. Similarly, if the total world problem has to go, how you have to start? Individually. If 20 people are particularly hunger, so general, खाना सबको एकदम दे दिया, can be possible? That we have to serve individually. Then only the khana, that particular will go. Similarly, our problems are such that we are one of individual problems. That one person's problem goes, doesn't mean my problem will go. That means everyone has to be properly. And if you start curing everybody, finally the world, what will happen? Total cure will take place. Understand? Otherwise, our science should do what? There is an epidemic. So somewhere science does something, everybody will be cured. Is it possible? Only in the room you can do fumigation and all. But can you do somewhere something, everybody will be cured? That's why now the polio and all, what they want? Every child should be brought. And every child should be administered. Then only they can be. Not a generalization is not at all possible. Similarly, here also, though we want everyone should be free from problems, everyone should be happy, everyone should be peaceful, that is a goal we don't deny. But can you in one shot remove that? Even money, if you want to give, if you want to distribute money, total paisa is not dala. Milega kya? Somebody will take more and go away. So if you want to give everybody what? You want to make everybody stand in line, one by one, you have to give. So, and who can give? One fellow has got lot of money to spare. When I need money, can I give to somebody? So to share with somebody, to give others problem, I should be first free from my problem or want of money. I should have enough for myself, then I can spare, I can share with others. Otherwise I can never do it. So why I am talking this, we more want that, what is the use of solving our problem? So many people are suffering in the world. But at least first of all, solve your problem, one person is less, is it or not? So should you solve your problem or I want somebody to come and solve my problem. If I solve my problem, at least I am available to solve others' problem. When I cannot solve my problem, I also become one, somebody to serve me. So what is the best thing to solve your problem? First, or solve others' problem. And without solving your problem, can you solve others' problem? If I have not solved my problem, can I come and talk to you all? I cannot do it. That's why unless you are passed the college, become a graduate, MA or whatever it is, can you go teach in the school? Well, I myself don't know how to learn, how to read. How can I teach? So we all must understand, because we are all more concerned social service, that service, this service, दुनिया में ये करना चाहिए, ऐसा करना चाहिए. अरे करो, सब कुछ करो. But before that, you should first of all be free. It is just like a spoon you put in a vessel to serve. If the spoon starts by the hungry, I started eating. Is there anything there in that particular vessel? सब खा लिया. Spoon को डाला, वो पूरा खा लिया. That's why they say fence eating the crop. Like that, if I have a problem and I go for social service, the thing doesn't reach the people who reach. It all reaches me only. Why? I am the first poor. Charity begins at home. That's what is happening in the world today. Lot of charity things are coming. Money, where it goes, nobody knows. And so many particular statistics are taken. Out of 100 rupees, hardly 10 paise goes to the people. That also very rarely. Full amount doesn't go. Why? The people who are handling, they say, we ourselves are hungry, first let us fulfill us, then we will give others. That means who is the person who can really do social service? One who sees, I am already full. I don't need any service from anywhere. That is the right person. So, when can you go for social service? First of all, be satisfied, fulfill, and understand, I need something. Then only you can do. And how many we can see like that? Tell me. That is why the social service and all are not going properly. Understand it? Why? Because the mind of such people are still not free. They themselves need a lot of things. So that is why anything given, half of it, they say, first one, balance is बच्चेगा तो देगा. That's all. बच्चेगा तो देगा. और बोलता हमेशा अभी तो हमारे बच्चा नहीं, अभी क्या करेगा, कैसा देगा. This is what is going on in this world. So this is all the meaning here, why we are doing all these things. So why we are talking about our freedom, our freedom, our freedom. I say, unless you are free, you cannot give freedom to anybody else, I tell you. Because we will say, I need some particular some help. Why don't you help me? If somebody thoda aapko zara madad karo na. I need madad. Why don't you do it? It is there in the matter. This is what generally happens in the world. That is why our aim is what? First of all, stand on your own. Like these are all the things. अपना अपना पाँव में खड़ा हो जाओ. हो गए. अभी क्या किसका पाँव में खड़ा है? दूसरे का पाँव में खड़ा है क्या? What is the meaning of अपना अपना पाँव में खड़ा होना चाहिए? That means you don't depend on anybody for anything. This is the expression. For what? For anything. And that is the purpose of this learning. Understand it? For anything in life to make you independent. That is called our freedom. That is the moksha we are talking about. But at present we find lot of dependence for lot of things in life. That's why we got lot of people. We call the relationship, bandhutva, that, this, so many societies, communities, all for what? To fall back on somebody for something or other. That's why they are all become so important. So important. And any one goes, they are all down. Broken down. This way we break down in life. Why? Because we are not able to stand on our own. And especially this important thing is the psychological and emotional. We are so much dependent on varieties of factors, the human being, and this is the area where we find dependence is maximum dependence is there. And that is why people go. Otherwise, lot of support is there. For the sake of this support, they are all down. Many people have got lot of money and all, but emotionally they have no support. So they are all down. Psychologically they have no support. They are all down in life. This study is to make you independent, mainly emotionally, psychologically. You must clearly understand this. This is an area which nobody can do it. Provided we understand, let it be any circumstances, we can stand. So we must know what is all this study. It is not something in the world like that. It is a totally different thing. That's why even medical science fails in this area. Can medical science give you psychological support, emotional support? Medical science cannot do. Medical science maximum can give you an injection and put you to sleep. That's all they can do. Your mind will not worry for some time. Sedation. That's all they can do. But when you wake up, what happens? Same problem. So that's why medical science has got to know. Even psychology may try to tell you, oh, don't worry, that is okay, this is okay, they will tell you. By that also I am not going to become free. So that is why this is something totally different from all of them. This you must clearly understand. That is why this is more and more, very, very personal. Understand itself? This study is more and more personal. For each one. That's why because you study, you cannot transfer it to somebody in the house unless they are available to listen to you. Like you are listening here, they should be available. I have got no time for TV. Like even you can keep the food. So push it. You can push it. Well, to swallow. No, why don't you push it inside? Everything will come out. Maximum you can put in the mouth. Balance, can you do anything? Otherwise, like doctors, you have to put all, particularly tube and it goes inside. That only you can do. That they do only when the person is totally lying in the bed. Nothing is possible. Then only tube will not put it. That is just for the body. But our life is not that. That's why I want to eat, taste, and feel happy. All those things are there. If you start feeding through the pipe, what taste is there? It is only just to keep this body going. Like filling petrol in the car. Can car say, oh, nice petrol. It never says anything. That's why we don't go to one petrol pump anywhere you can take. Nice or not nice, it is there. If our body also becomes like that, one pipe only connected, every time they pour something, what is life? So we must know what is all these things we are talking about. So that is why here a lot of understanding is very important. A lot of understanding is required. Because all our problem is misunderstanding. Where understanding has been missed. And whatever is missed, you think you understood. That's the problem. And that is what is creating a lot of problems. So our job is what? Not to create anything. We are here only to remove misunderstanding. How will you remove it? By giving you what is right. So in the wake of the right understanding, what will happen? The understanding missed only will go. Nothing else will go. Missed will go, what will remain? Understanding will remain. So that is what is to be. And all misunderstanding about whom? About oneself. Not about the world and all. That will come later. First of all, misunderstanding here should go. Then only you are available to see the misunderstanding there. That's why first we are talking that. That is why we take you as the main topic. Because we are interested in solving your problem first. And after solving the problem of you, then we'll ask you, is there any problem there? I don't think any problem. Like even, if you have got some particular vision problem, as long as you don't go to a doctor and put on particularly spectacles, you will always think problem is there. Problem is there. Some dodo hai, aisa hai, there are two, everything you can ask a question. So you will say always problem is where? Problem is there. And you will try to remove it there. But udhar to kuch nahi hai, that's the problem. But first to know that there is no problem, you have some basis. That is why you go to doctor and doctor gives you a spectacle, put on and come to the same place and then start looking. Oh, there is no problem. Till such time, you will ask me where is problem? Problem is there is no problem here. There is no problem here. Problem is all there. And I am right. Oh, no. At present also we all think whatever we say about ourselves is right. And I have got problem, I have got this, I have got that. This is what is our thinking. And anybody tells, I don't think there is no problem for you. It is all easy for you to say, I know my problem. This is what you will say. Especially when people like us come and say, you sannyasis can say anything. You don't know, how your family man? Then you will know family people's problem. You will say that. Understand? That is why we are all people who are putting a spectacles. We know not the spectacles, special spectacles, and because of that we know there is no problem. But for you there is a lot of problem. Like a person having clear vision says there is no two, there is only one. But a person who has got some defect in the vision says there is two, there is two, there is two. So to solve this problem only, we are trying to make you understand, because in the case of doctor and all, you need not do anything. Doctor will give an injection. They can even forcefully throw medicines into your mouth. They can do everything, I tell you, and cure disease. This disease cannot be cured by anybody unless you have to understand. Not at all possible. Hence, that is why here self-help is the only help, not best help. Self-help is the only help. That means you have to help yourself. At present, we want help from outside. Understand? Maximum help we are giving is only explaining to you, trying to make you understand. I can try to make you understand talking, but who should understand? So if you ask me, why don't you make me understand? Come on, tell me. How can I make you understand? I cannot open your brain and put something. It is not possible. That is why understanding is in your hand. I can explain and explain and explain. All explanation ultimately should result what? If it doesn't happen, okay, once more I can explain. Still, who should understand? So this is what we must clearly. So that is why Atma, I talked about Atma. One, it is self-you. Which you, the real you, is referred by the word Atma. But not the you which you understand. So from the standpoint of the real you, all what you think real becomes the next one called Mithya. Understand? That means whatever popularly everybody thinks as I, or somebody says you, Bodha, as the worldly standpoint, not real. But from the standpoint of the reality, absolute, they all become what? This is called as Mithya or that is why we said, as for reality, you are limitless. That is the Atma, the word indicates that only. That you are limitless. The Brahma, the word indicates only that limitless. Anything you say limited. Happiness wise, I am limited. Shastra says you are limitless. Freedom wise, limited. You are limitless. Anything you name which gives you problem in life, Shastra says that is not your reality. But we have to prove it. So we get back. That's what the next section. That's why Viveka is required. Viveka is reasoning out. To reason out and understand why what I am thinking is wrong. Because that is why every time you say, if I am wrong, convince me I am wrong. Otherwise you say, you are wrong. How do you say I am wrong? Come on, convince me. Prove it to me. Otherwise, if I say you are wrong, will you accept? You will not accept. So that is why this is not doctrination. This is not I shall believe. Not here. That's why we have to convince you. That is why Vivekam the word. So Vivekam is to make you understand. You have to think and understand where I am wrong. That is what you do in college, in school. Where do you go wrong? What is the right in solving a problem? Mathematics problem is given. You may solve, but you are wrong. But still you don't understand where you are going wrong. When I keep on telling you, the day you understand where you go wrong, next day onwards you don't go wrong. Till such time what you will do? Keep on committing the same mistake. Anyway, the day you understand, you have become independent. To what? To solve the problem. Similarly, our life also they got problems. We are not able to solve our problem. Why? We are committing the same mistake again and again. So our job is what here? to first make you understand where you are going wrong. And later on understanding that you should correct your own mistakes. Or indirectly, you don't commit the same. For that, when can you do? Then tell me how I should correct. What is the right thing? That is what is our process here. There you solve mathematics problem. Here life problem you have to solve. They are solving mathematics problem in the school or college, you may get a mark. You may get some particular grade. You may get degrees. Everything you will get. Here what do you get? You get freedom. You get freedom. From what? From your life, total freedom. So we must understand what is the parallel. That's why this is not for worldly academical things here. It is your personal life. Your personal life. Or you may call it your private life. All your suffering is private or public. All my suffering every day comes in newspaper. Does it come? Because who is interested in knowing your problem? Because Prime Minister ruling country, his problem becomes our problem. President's problem now becomes President is in trouble now. Because he doesn't know what particular is. You have to read in the paper, oh, President is in trouble. Otherwise, he has got a nice life every day, going and reopening something, inaugurating something, all these things only. Now he has to take a decision. He is in trouble. He cannot sleep. Understand itself. So his problem is our problem. We are reading the newspaper. Like that, your problem, my problem doesn't come. Unless some thief comes or a caught or something, then everything comes in the newspaper. But understand, our problem is so personal today. And we only know each one our own. That's why you say, the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. And we only know where the pinching is constant. Now this pinching, wherever it is there, to solve that is the study. I want you to understand all these things. Then only you will see how important this study is. Otherwise our attitude is very casual, very half-hearted. But unless you know what you stand to gain, you will have not a wholehearted attempt and application. That is what is needed. The more it is casual, result also will be only. So if you want really a result for you to accomplish, you have to be wholehearted. And do you want it or not? Again and again I ask you. That moksha, this is a moksha. Do you need it or not? Should anybody say you need it? Don't you know very well you need it? Should Shastra come and say you need moksha? I don't think I need moksha. Because you don't know what is moksha. So all the pinching you don't want. Do you want pinching? Shoe is pinching. Let it be there. Do you say that? You remove it and throw it. I don't want. I want a shoe which will not pinch. That's what I want. Like that our life is every moment somewhere or other pinching. And you don't want all this pinching required. You don't want that. So how to give you a nice bed of cushions and roses? At present it's all thorny beds we are all having. Everything is pricking and pinching all the time. How to be free from all of them is this particular study we all must. That Atma, the word is called, it is all pervasive. That means limitless. At present we all enjoy a spatial limitation. I told you 3 limitations. As the relative you, or the mithya you, the false you, you have lot of limitations. One of them is spatial limitation. By Atma word, you are free from that. Second thing, Atma, another limitation that is there is called, we are seeing time-wise limitation. When you are everywhere, we say you are all the time. Everywhere includes time also. Because why? Now you are here. Can you be at home? That means this time you are in this space. So at this time you cannot be in another place. So if you are spatially limited, you cannot separate. That means wherever there is spatial limitation, always there will be one limitation, time-wise limitation. And why this time and space limitation go together? They are applicable to a thing which has got objectivity, or which enjoys a dimension, which has got a shape, it has got a quality. They all will enjoy what? Time limitation, space limitation. That is why object-wise limitation. What is object-wise limitation? I told you that we are all human, we are not birds. Otherwise I say, what if we are birds, we need not depend on rickshaw. Straight, come here, no car required, nothing required. We are only thing, land. And whenever you want, straight to go back. But if you are a bird, you cannot be human. Can you attend class? No. So if at all human beings like that, we put wing and they are gliding and all, then you need a place to park. So you have already car parking problem. If everybody brings a glider, parking. Then we can fly. You can have your own aircraft, you can have your own helicopter, everything around. But we have to park it. It has to hang it there. Then there will be no space in the air also. All problems, I tell you. All problems. That is why if you are one, you cannot be the other. That is wherever there is spatial limitation, time limitation comes, and they are together because there is an objectivity thing. So as Atma, indirectly we say, you don't enjoy an objectivity. Indirectly you are not an object. And since you are not an object only, you are limitless. So this is what is indicated by the word Atma. So by word one Atma, what it indicates? Limitless. And not only it is limitless, its existence is independent. Swatantra Astitva. In vernacular, if at all you want. Atma, as Atma, your existence is totally independent. Swatantra, to be existing. Whereas anything other than Atma means it will exist, but it will have dependent existence. It will depend and it will have existence. And anything which doesn't have independent existence but has dependent existence, they are also called as mithya. So mithya means what? From the existence standpoint, it has dependence. Satya means what? It will have existence but independence. I'll come to that. That means, if you want to be free, as we are today, we are dependent on so many factors to be free. Is it or not? For our freedom, we depend on so many factors. Then only I can say I am free. In anything which gives me freedom, that goes what becomes. I am a simple thing, you are all coming here. You may be having servants to do things and all, or somebody to look after house and all. So you can be here. If that person doesn't come, what will happen? Your freedom is gone. So your freedom now is absolute freedom or dependent freedom? Dependent. Understand this? So like that, to be happy. Are we independently happy? There are so many factors together. I can say I am happy. If one factor is not there, I will not be happy. To be free from fear. How many things we depend on to be free from fear? Otherwise we can have a lot of fear. Like that, we all exist in life, understand this. But our existence to be a happy person, so many factors we depend on. So as the individual we are today, that's why we are totally dependent on varieties of factors. And as that, we can never be free But are you accepting you cannot be free? No, I want to be free. Everybody wants what? Freedom, freedom, freedom. But with all these conditions, can we be free? That's why we accept. At least not total means some freedom at least. Something is better than free. That way each one has got degree of freedom. Compared to somebody, no, I may not have that much freedom, but I have little freedom. This is how we all go in. That's why if you have no car, you don't have freedom to go anywhere at the time. If you have got car, you can go anywhere. You have got better freedom than other people. Because I need not depend on public transport. Otherwise, I come out, no rickshaw. So my time goes. If you have got a car, straight, start and go, you enter. So freedom you have got. If you have got your own house, you need not worry when to vacate, what. That problem is not there. I can live there. So like that in our life, even to be a little free and a mind free, we depend on so many conditions today. Thus we are all enjoying a freedom depending on various factors to see oneself as a free person in life. And as long as I am a free person, that contributes to say, I am a happy person. I am a peaceful person. Is it or not? If you have no freedom, can you say I am happy? I am peaceful. So all our happiness and peace is related to what? Freedom. That's it. If you are put in a room and locked, खाना पीना तो देता है, मगर किधर भी नहीं जा सकता है. Whatever I want to do, I cannot do. You will say I am free and happy. But खाना पीना सब कुछ मिलता है, सब जगह जा सकता है. I have got freedom to go everywhere. Then I can say I am. That means our particular happiness and peace always is dependent on freedom. What freedom? To see me, I see. I have freedom to do whatever I want. Then only I can say I am. That is why today everybody is asking for freedom. Everywhere people want to do whatever they want. Then only they are happy. You curtail that. Like this. Nobody wants any curtail. Everybody wants freelancing. And little curtail. Even a child, I tell you, don't go to that room. Child is not happy. You say, don't go to that room. Sit here only. The child is unhappy. When the child is happy, freedom to go anywhere. Then happy. You say, don't go to the neighbor's house, your friend's house. Child is unhappy. But allow the child go anywhere you want. Very happy. See in our life, what is this happiness? So this is the method we are all going. That is why our life itself is dependent. Why? At present we are all people who enjoy an objectivity. That means as long as there is an objectivity for us, our existence is a dependent existence. And that type of existence is what is called as Mithya. 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 So what is Satyam and Mithya now? Satyam is that which exists independently. Mithya also exists, but always will exist depending. So Mithya existence is dependent existence. Otherwise we call it relative existence. Another word. Mithya means relative existence. Satyam means what? Real existence. Otherwise independent existence. To be what? To be first of all, I am talking everything from your standpoint. To be alive first of all. Mithya means to depend on somebody to be alive. Understand it, sir. Mithya means to depend on somebody to be happy. And what is you are depending will come to. Whereas that Satyam, Atma means everything you say is independent without any dependence. And Mithya always exists depending on Satyam. Mithya will depend on what? Mithya existence will be depending on Satyam. Whereas Satyam will never depend on few more equation if I put, don't get confused. Mithya's existence is nothing but Satyam's existence. Mithya doesn't have an independent existence. The existence of Mithya is nothing but the existence of Satya. I am going to come to this example, only explaining all these things for you. Then we'll connect it. First I will give you all the theories, then practice. Is it or not? When do you go to laboratory, do practicals? First of all, get the theory, then only go to the, I am giving all the theories. Then I will connect it with a lot of practicals for life. Slowly, one by one, I will bring. So first, that is the theory must be understood. So that is the Atma means it has got independent existence. Mithya means it exists depending. So Atma's existence is real existence. Mithya is relative existence. Hence, Mithya exists depending on Satyam. And Satyam's existence is the existence of Mithya. That is Mithya does not have an independent existence. Minus Satyam, what will happen? There is no Mithya. And can you say minus Satyam? Satyam always is. But Mithya will not be there. That is Mithya existence is only appearance. No word. Mithya existence is what? It appears to exist till you don't inquire, till you don't think about it. That's why generally everything exists because I see. देखा इसके लिए है. Why is it? हमने देखा है, इसलिए है. Is it or not? And as long as you have, हम खुद देखा, हम देखा, मेरा आंखी से देखा है, इसके लिए है. Argue and argue and argue. Until such time somebody proves तुम देखा तो भी नहीं है. That's why I told you. हम देखा दो देखा था, इसके लिए दो है. After some time corrected what happens? दो है क्या? That means till you don't inquire and correct, which becomes real, what is not there also becomes real. Why? So this is the Viveka of Satyam, Mithya, Atma, Mithya. So Atma Viveka itself is called Satyam, Mithya, Viveka. The reality of Mithya must be clearly understood. The reality of Satyam must be clearly understood. That means the relative me, you should understand clearly. The absolute you must understand clearly. Now, first of all, I am going to bring now, next stage is lot of experiments. Not on the table. I don't have things here to show you. I'll use some of them, but then you can understand that through that also. First of all, to directly tell Satyam Mithya. I'll take an object here. This small center table or whatever table. So it is a table we will take. Why do you call it table? Why do you call this table? Swamiji, it has got a shape. And everywhere in the world they call it as table. Is it or not? We have decided to call it table in English. Hindi mein kya bolega? Mage bolega. Why? Because it is accepted. ऐसा होगा तो इसका नाम क्या दिया है? Table. Mage. So it goes on. Anything of this size and this thing, we call it as table. थोड़ा और long होएगा तो table नहीं बोलेगा. It has got bench हो जाएगा. और थोड़ा बड़ा करो, you call it what? Bench हो जाएगा. Long, little more. Same size only. Little more longer, no more table. Hey, इसको table बोलते हैं? That's why you got divan. You call it divan. Not even cot, I tell you. We have got different names for things because we have decided इसको ऐसा बुलाना चाहिए. This is there the matter. And if it is shape is different, round table. Understand now? Or it is used for something, dining table, writing table. We have got varieties as a center table. Or you call it teapot. We only name, but what it is after all, appearing in a given shape first of all. That means all our references from what standpoint? From the standpoint of shape, what we see of the thing. This is how we refer and go about in the world. So now, I have come to your level. So this we call it as table. Only we use the word table. All the qualification we leave. Whether it is big or small, everything ultimately is what? You remove adjective. Center table, or dining table, writing table. In all of the common is what? Table. The use makes it differently. But all of them are what? Comes under the category called table. Now this is called our perception. Perceptually, we refer this as table. Now we go little. Now we call Vivekam. Now this table is made of what? What is the material of it? It is made. Wood. Now we will ask a question. The entire top is what? What about the sides? What about the legs? So now Tattva. In reality, what is here? Wood. Now, when you say table, what you are missing? Wood. That is what it is. That means whether you call dining table, enter table, or you call writing table, all of them are, if at all, made of wood. All of them are what? Wood. That means, though you call table and another thing wood, are there two things here? There is a table plus wood. Are there two here? What is here really now? Tell me. Only. There is only wood. But wood in a given shape, you would like to call it as second step we have gone. Now we will say the existence. Now we come to existence. The table, can it exist independently? That means table exists because of who? Wood. That means, does wood depend on table to be existent? That means who is Satyam here? And what happened to table? Yeah. I hope it is clear, no? Though wood and table both have got objectivity. Understand it, sir? Wood and table both are objective because the world, everything has got that. We don't deny that. But we are only talking here from the standpoint of independent existence and dependent existence. That's all. So that is very important. So to be a table, it has got lot of dependence on wood. That means if it is stable, it doesn't have a swatandra, independent existence. It necessarily exists depending on first stage. Now we will ask a question. Is there a table other than the wood? That means I am asking you here, are there two or one there? So who really is? Wood. Then what happens to table? So table is as good as not there. That is why its existence is relative. Though it is not there, it borrows existence from the wood and thinks I am independently existing as a table. And minus wood will happen to this. Understand? Now we have said mithya is what? Perishable. Understand? And it has got dependence of time, space, objectivity. They are coming to all of them. One Krishnaman is sufficient for this. Now, this table, let us say, some two legs break or one leg break. Then what will happen to this table? Table is dead. Though table is dead, what happens to the wood? So the death of the table is the death of wood. That is why this table is perishable. So anything mithya will do what? Whereas Satyam will never have any perish. That means piece of wood is also wood. Even you shape it also, it is wood. Anything you give, still it doesn't lose the status of being wood. But in the world, we only call it, we don't, Swamiji, we never call it wood. We call it table. Okay. Even though you call it table, in reality, the Tattva, in Tattva what it is? Because you call it table, does the status of being good go away? That's why I asked you. Because you call it plate, does it become something else? In spite of it is only. Why do you call it table? Because it's safely like this, we call it table. But Tattva, in reality, even though keep on calling table, it is what? Nothing but wood. So as wood, will it always exist or broken also? Wood. As table also, wood. The unbroken pieces of wood also, wood. So wood at any time does it perish? Whereas table can perish. Do you say wood has become old or table has become old? Table has become old. That's a old wood also still can be further used. If you take old wood and make a new table, is it or not? You can make a new table out of old wood. Why? Nicely shape it and all, nicely do polish and all. So new table. But what is substance? So is wood old or new? Both doesn't come. But a table can be new, table can be old. Why? Table is created. Anything created will go on by time. So it can be new table, it can be old table, it can be broken table. All things are applicable to table, but all those things doesn't apply to the wood. So Satyam becomes free from all these conditions. Whereas that mithya means it is perishing, it has got age, it has got old age, it has got all problems will be there. It can be cracked, it can be broken, it can be less polished, all sorts of things we can do. So this is what is called one example to show what is Satyam and Mithya. So is Satyam and Mithya two different things now? Where is Satyam now? Where is Satyam? Where Mithya is. And as really Mithya is there, Satyam is there. That way, wherever Satyam is there, need not be Mithya, but wherever Mithya is there, who is there? Satyam. That is why Satyam is ever there, all pervasive, but Mithya cannot be all. Can you say, wherever food is there, there is table, but wherever table is there, who is there? So who is more pervasive? In any furniture, who is there? Wood. But every furniture cannot be table. Chair also is wood. Cot is also wood. Anything is wood. But the table cannot be cot. Cot cannot be table. Cot and table cannot be chair. That is why Mithya is limited. Satyam is limitless, limitless, limitless. So how Satyam gets limited? When you give it an objectivity for quality. When you qualify Satyam, it gets limited. That is why Satyam is what? Unqualified, not disqualified. Unqualified. And the main two qualifications in the world, you must know, is what is called shape or dimension or quality. Understand? Shape, dimension, quality is called the thing limiting factor, which itself is called popularly guna. Called guna. Second thing is called jati. Jati means a group. When you make it into a group, it gets limited. That's why you put it in a table group, it gets limited. Why? I cannot be chair group. I cannot be cot group. So it gets limited. I am limited to one group only. But I have put the limitation from the standpoint of table. But wood has got its own limitation. Why? Wood is not iron. So that you should not go there. That's why in the world, everything is limited. Everything is limited. Because it cannot be another one. Once you qualify, enjoying qualification, they are not. I am coming to you also all those things. First of all, I am taking general things. Finally, I will connect to you how you get limited by all things. So what are the limiting factors? One I told you is shape, dimension, next is quality, third one is certain profession or action, function, profession or function. What is the function of a table? It is limited. Can you sleep on this? You cannot sleep on this. So that is why, can I use this table for sleeping? So that is why by its function it limits itself. You may sit on this, but can it serve you the same purpose as a chair? If nothing is there to sit, okay, something is better than. But can it serve you the same purpose of sitting on a chair? A chair means more comfort. Can it be comfortable here? It cannot give you that. That is why by its function itself, it is limited because I can do one function only. I cannot do the function of something else. So function also gets limited. That is why in our Shastra, we will say, now I am coming to technical words. That is why anything is saguna. Saguna means attributed, attributeful. Anything has got attributes, qualified, qualification. They all get limited. By what? Qualities only, qualifications only, attributes only. So what are the limiting factors? Attributes. So once you give attribution, you limit it. Example, this book. Because you are given an attribute called table, shape and name, it gets limited. Why? It cannot be everything. As table, I cannot be everything. But as wood, every furniture made of wood. What it is? Wood. That's a wooden furniture. Our language is problem. Wooden looks like a quality. Is wooden a quality? Wooden is the truth of all furniture. That is why furniture is a quality given to wood. But our language is that the substance is made as quality and the quality is made as substance. That's why we think there is a substance called table. There is a substance called furniture. Is there a substance called furniture? In reality, the substance of every furniture is what? So to say wooden furniture, is it proper? So we accept it. In reality, it should be furniture-y wood. It should be furniture-y wood. Because furniture is a qualification to wood. Then only it's real. Why we are committing the mistake? Because we view the substance to be quality, the wooden furniture. As a matter of fact, everything is furniture-y wood. Because what is really there is only wood and wood only. That is why what are the limiting factors? Generally it will be name, form, quality, function. These are the four limiting factors. What are the limit? I told you earlier, time, space, objectivity. In the objectivity itself, which is the cause which time and space comes there, what is the main thing there they limited? Furthermore, by their own quality, by their own function, by their own form. This is what generally they will say, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Kriya. Nama means what? Name. It's called table. Rupa, particular dimension or shape. Guna, whatever Guna will be. And Kriya, what purpose, function it does. That it limits itself, it cannot be another thing. That means, in short, what we can understand, anything that is qualified, understand? Anything which is qualified will fall under the category called Nitya. And as long as it is qualified, it will be limited and it cannot have independent existence. I have given you one. Now you can go further. 2, 3 examples. Everywhere you can apply. Homework like. You can say clay and pot. Between clay and pot, I can ask you a question. Who is Mithya? Let me see. What is Mithya? Who is Satyam? Ornament and gold. Who is Mithya? Who is Satyam? Gold. Now you can see all these things now. Between a fabric and cotton. Who is Mithya? Fabric. Who is Satyam? Between a dress and a cloth. Who is Satyam? Cloth. And who is Mithya? Dress. So this is what the whole thing. This much example I give. I will come to you now. Very important. In you, what is the main you to say is I am. Because all of us who I am a male, you are all female. I also say I am. You also say what? I am. And you call me you. I will call you as what? You. So is there a male or female in this? That is what is common between male and female. I am or you. But it becomes different. He, she. Oh. But as long as it remains I am and you, there is no difference between us. All of us are one and the same. But the moment put one more little qualification, he, she, limited. Because he cannot be she cannot be he. So that is now you can see between I am and you and he and she, who is Satyam there? As a matter of fact, I am is a Satyam. Even you, from one standpoint, I say you, but you will say yourself as what? I am. And I will say what? I am. Even you is a relative. Though it is common to everybody, you are always what? I am, I am, I am, I am. So I am is Atma, which is Satyam. Understand now? In all of us, what is Satyam? I am, I am, I am. Is Satyam. If you are I am only, I can call you you. And you can be called she or he. Minus I am, what will happen? There is no you, there is no she or he. That way you, she, he, they, everything becomes what? Mithya. You must know what is Mithya. So what is Satyam? I am is Satyam. Now we will say now. After Satyam, I am, now we will see what are the qualifications. First of all, I am human. This human becomes what, Satyam or Mithya now? Satyam. Because even if human is not there, what is there? I am. To whom did you add a human? I am. Why are you human? Because I am? Because I am associated with the body. This body in the world is called as human. Animals also got body. Why do you call it that particular human? No. Human means it should be like this. There also one fellow is there with the tail standing on two legs. Though it looks like human, you call it as what? Monkey. Our forefather. They say, Darwin says our forefather. Only tail has gone, so we are understand itself. So, but then still we don't want to accept that as human. You got different qualifications. Face looks like this, or looks like that. Not human. So that is human is a qualification, because if monkey can speak, monkey will say what? I am. Monkey also will say, I am. Understand itself. But a monkey cannot be human, merely telling I am. So what is difference between you and monkey? The body, the shape makes you human, and there the shape makes it monkey. So human becomes a qualification. So human is Mithya. So I am human in that. Who is Satyam? I am. Human becomes Mithya. Then next we go. I am male. I am female. Again, male and female is from what standpoint? From body. So, male and female is Satyam or Mithya now? Mithya. Then I am child. Child is Satyam or Mithya? Yeah. Then I am young. Satyam or Mithya? I am old. Satyam or Mithya? I am tall. Tall is Satyam or Mithya? I am fat. Very important. Satyam or Mithya? I am dark. Satyam or Mithya? I am healthy. Satyam or Mithya? Understand? Now this is where you all must understand now. These are all problem creating things. I am healthy. Satyam or Mithya? I am unhealthy. Understand now? Then I come to further. I am son, daughter, I am husband, I am wife, I am father, I am mother, I am officer, and I am PA, I am engineer, I am doctor. See, now you understood what is Mithya? Then I am talker, I am walker, I am doer, I am enjoyer, I am sufferer. Everything is what now? Why? They all come and go, but who remains all the time? So who is Satyam in all these things? And the Mithya is coming out. So what problem you have got? So any problem? So in reality you have got no problem. But you view from the Mithya, you have got all problems. So at present, where are we living? In Mithya. That is why misunderstanding. About whom? Now after this, what should be Viveka? Where table is, who is there? Wood. So what happens to table? Does it affect the wood? Understood? So now, where suffering is there, who is there? Who is there where suffering is there? I am, Satyam is there. Does Mithya affect the Satyam? No. So suffering should affect you? No. So you are free from suffering or not? In reality you are. But when you see from the standpoint of Mithya, you have suffering. But in reality you have no suffering. This is the Vivekam you should have. That is what is called Tattva Vivekam. I hope clear. Little difficult. You have to more and more do lot of homework. That is called assimilation should come. You have to think a lot homework. It is not easy because our old thinking is so strong It will not easily come. So you have to do a lot of thinking. Again, very important section. So that is why I told you. This is the thing basic to show, even though you say there is problem, no problem. That is what we must understand. More we will see next class.
सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः